Today we're going over the first week of the month of November, but it's sort of like the ending of October into the beginning of November. So from the 30th of October to the 5th of November in just a moment. Hey everybody, I'm Mel. I'm from Melsdivination. I'm the owner here, and on the weekends we talk about astrology and upcoming energy reports. You can find me at melsdivination.com, and the first link in my description box is always a link to take you to all my different aspects: my Instagram, my Facebook, my PayPal, my Cash App, my website, on and on and on and on. You get the point. We also do Witchy Wednesdays and Flip Through Fridays and live tarot readings. I don't usually announce the tarot readings, so you definitely want to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you're interested in catching me live. We just rolled out the membership program in our new community. So check out that video if you are interested. I will link it right here because I did a full video that describes what's going on, what's offered, and that sort of thing. Now, we only have a few aspects to go over for this upcoming week. So I'm pretty excited about that because October was really thick. There was a lot in October. So let's start the week with the 31st. Now, astrologically, there's only one thing, but I did want to take a moment and mention that the 31st is, if you don't know, which I don't know who you are if you couldn't know this, is Halloween. And not only is it Halloween, it's a pagan ritual, a pagan festival, Sabbath, whatever you want to call it, of Samhain, which is spelled Samhain, Samhain, put it right here. And this is an old festival that everybody celebrates in different ways. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you probably already know what I'm doing for that time, but I will give you a little tidbit if you're new to me. Every Halloween, since I've become a full-blown out of the closet practicing witch, I do what is called a dumb supper. Now, a dumb supper generally it's also done sometimes during the Day of the Dead, or All Souls Day, I think is what it's called. So there's a lot of different ones. I'm not going to get too deep into this because we're actually here to talk about astrology, but just so you know what I'm doing on Samhain, you basically make a dinner. You cook some kind of food for your loved ones who have passed over, because the veil is considered to be the thinnest at this time, and it is a great time to connect with people who are no longer here. And I do this every single year. I make quite an elaborate dinner. I probably make the biggest dinner that I make all year, honestly, and I sit alone usually. I have not invited anybody to join me at this point because usually when I do it, there's not really anybody who's available or interested, but I would be open to sharing this ritual with other people in my area if they were like that I'm close to. I wouldn't just invite random people into my house. So basically the concept is you set an elaborate table, you shut all the lights off, and everything is only lit by candlelight. You light candles, and you feast in the dark, in silence, in honor of the people who have passed. What I also do, and what most people also do, is save a table, set a seat, serve them of people that have passed so they can sit there, and as if you're serving them the food. I also usually go out and buy the alcohol for the people that I know enjoy it. So for instance, my friend Dave loves Bud Light. My Uncle Mark, who's passed, loves Fireball whiskey. And I also get red wine for my Italian Irish family. And that's pretty much what I do. I sit, I reflect, And I often end up getting messages, like I end up connecting with, I sat and had a really long conversation with my grandfather last year, which was really nice. It's just very quiet and peaceful, and you go slow through the meal. And I basically, the way that I do it is I visualize, because I have a lot of people in my life that have passed. Not a ton of people that I'm super close with, but a ton of family members. And I will visualize each person sitting at that table, at that spot, at a different time, and connecting with them. Some people put pictures out, some people put items out, and I do a little bit of both. And that's what I do. So do what you want. Go to a Halloween party, celebrate it in your own way. If you're interested in me doing a Samhain video, comment down below, because this is going to come out before that. So comment down below and I'll try to get one out beforehand. Maybe I'll do a live or something. But that's on the 31st. So with the astrology piece of all of this, Venus trines Uranus on the 31st. This brings an unusual magnetism and an ability to attract love as well as money, an artistic talent, original ideas, attracting unusual love relationships. So if you're out and about and you're single and ready to mingle, be mindful of the kind of people you connect with at this time. It can bring in unusual, unexpected, and exciting events, and it can bring also sudden separations, but it works to the advantage of whoever it is that it happens to. So kind of, if you're in a position, if you're in a connection and there's some kind of separation that happens at this time, try to just trust and flow with it for the moment. On the 2nd, the sun opposes Jupiter. Jupiter has a great deal to do with judgment. Here, the drive for significance has been overemphasized, and there is an inflation of our importance, causing conceit and a bit of an expanded ego. Jupiter afflictions are those of overdoing, whereas Saturn's troubles are lax inhibitions and fears. On the physical level, this aspect affects the liver. Too many carbohydrates and too much rich food will give difficulties. Wherever Jupiter is afflicted, judgment can be impaired. Watch wise use of finances if you may have a struggling situation with this, because there can be an over extravagance at this time. On the 3rd, Venus is opposite to Neptune, and this has some of the same problems as the Venus square Neptune, but it's a bit easier to handle. In an opposition, we can choose personal love to satisfy our own desires, or to be willing to serve love by sacrificing our own interests. Rose-colored glasses can keep a person from making a wise choice of a partner, marriage partner, relationship partner, whatever. You may be tempted or pulled to connect or commit to the wrong person through emotionalism and a lack of clear vision. Self-delusion can be strong and judgment can be weak. The affairs of the house in which Neptune is placed will entail obligations and sacrifices. Values need reassessing if this is operating. Neptune dissolves self-love through suffering when it is negatively aspected to Venus. Great loneliness that will not be assuaged on the personality level can happen at this time. Saturn stations direct on the 4th. Now, I focused a lot on this in the monthly video, so feel free to go back and watch that. But basically, it is a time to step up, go slow, and get it right. While Saturn lingers in its shadow period until February, there will be a revisiting of lessons presented during that time. Show universe that you learned what is best for you and what is not. There's lessons of karma and releasing with this energy. Don't be impulsive and do the work, and you'll be totally fine here. It's not a majorly scary aspect. On the 4th, also, Mercury opposes Uranus. Now, this can give nervous energy due to irritability and impatience. There can be adventure energy that brings in erratic moments. Very important to choose the right associates, rebellious and self-willed. There is a need to use caution in signing papers or documents at this time to avoid a loss. And it is important to be dedicated to teaching the truth, but might be finding it difficult to express subjective perceptions in objective terms. And that's all we got for this week. So that's not too much. That's not too much. We got this. I hope you enjoyed this. Comment down below if you have anything that you'd like to add, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.